JSEP is a hub of scientific activity. For the last several years, the students of the joint science education project have joined in to ask their own questions.
Once we were split into teams, our group decided to research the influence that glacial distance has on lichen biodiversity and abundance. There are several different types of lichen. Some are only found on rocks and some are only found on the soil. While lichens can be found in nearly everywhere, our project encompasses only the lichen found in deflation patches around Kangerlussuaq. To begin, we selected 3 areas around Kangerlussuaq at different distances from Russell Glacier, each area containing 3 deflation patches to sample. For our first location, we chose Ice Pond. The samples gathered here gave us information about the biodiversity of the lichen closest to the glacier. At each location, we randomly selected a 10 by 10 centimeter area to study by throwing a pen into the patch. Then, we looked at each patch in detail, collecting samples of the lichen in the soil and counting the number of lichen species present. We then repeated this same process with the largest rock in the area, choosing a random 10 by 10 centimeter section of the rock surface and counting the number of each species of lichen. The next site that we sampled was Long Lake. This area is about half the way between Kangerlussuaq and Ice Pond. Our final sampling site was located in town. By sampling sites closest to the glacier, in town, and at halfway point, we were able to compare differences in biodiversity at different distances from the glacier. So, what did we find?
By looking at this graph, we can see that lichen diversity increases in the soil patches the further away you get from the glacier. But we can also see that lichen diversity does not increase on the rock patches. By looking at the graph for diversity of the rock patches, we can see that there is no overall trend. But when we look at the graph for the soil patches, we can see that many different species are present, and that they increase or decrease depending on distance from the glacier.